We don't have the time of our lives. That's why you need to have noties on, guys. You don't have notifications on. How will you know that I'm live? You have to put the noties in. You have to hit that, smash that fucking bell with your nose, bitch. Fuck you all. We're looking up. We're here until 12:55. And if any kids show up, I'm gonna go in the other room.
You've reached the helpline for Vermont Legal Aid and Legal Services Vermont. If you have a healthcare issue, please press 1. For questions or problems concerning long-term care, please press 2 for the Long-Term Care Ombudsman Project. For flooding and disaster relief, please press 3. For all other options, please stay on the line. To hear these options again, please press 9.
I should press 1, but I'm gonna wait to get these.
You've reached Legal Services Vermont. Our helpline is not accepting messages at this time. Please call back and leave a message during our new helpline hours, which are Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. and Tuesdays and Thursdays from 12:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. Again, that is Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. and Tuesdays and Thursdays from 12:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. You can also complete an online intake and find answers to many legal questions on our website at www.vtlawhelp.org. Again, that's www.vtlawhelp.org. Thank you.
Go fuck yourself. I'd like to know why you're not open on the weekends. I'm an empath. Rating guys. I love you. I love you. That's working on the Chinese dance song. I misfired. I misfired. I love you. She's ugly. I don't like her. I don't like her. How's the audio? Like the video if the audio is doing well. It's 11:22. You know what that means. I'm gonna piss in the corner of that bathroom and leave it. Never come back to this place ever again. I love you. What a fucking twat. We can go over messages now. Look, this is somebody that called me a... Yo, bro, why did you call me a schizophrenic thief? Your mom decided to tell Facebook about your mental... and I called you a thief because we have you on camera trying to steal from my work. You identified. My mom's a raging narcissist. She gets in trouble a lot for lying to weaponize the police. If you have her, definitely let me know. She was mad I called her out publicly for lying to the police. And I hit a major milestone in my personal life. She has a lot of problems I posted about before. I haven't been in Brattleboro since 2021. And back then I used to go for walks by myself a lot. But I had no need to steal. I don't think that's what I was doing. What are you claiming I was trying to steal and where? I only ever went to the track and around Route 30, or sometimes I'd sit behind the building on Cotton Mill. Back then I had a lot going on. I had more than enough money, so I just sit outside and make music. The problem was a suicide attempt. I drove my car 100 miles an hour into a pole because my son died. Then, I meant to say then, so I fucked up there. I'm gonna leave the heart. But the retreat put me on lithium for too early, assuming that it was for bipolar. What I really needed was to be outside and left alone. On a tour and traveled for a year, drove around New England running and recording a studio for my car, performing with tons of artists in Burlington, New York. Then I've been backpacking for a year now. I've gone about 250 miles, and I audit police and build wagons for community action programs. Also, hopefully if it happens again, I left home at 14. My mom has no idea anything about me or my life, and I have severe PTSD from having to kill people in self-defense as a child. Whatever I said. Oh yeah, I said, you're feminine from the weed, you should do coke to balance it out. I said, you're feminine from the weed, you should do coke to balance it out. And then he said, why, so I'll end up like you? I said, I don't think there's anything you could do to end up like me. I've lived an amazing life. This is the evil, pathetic schizo people attack. I just stayed to myself with my girlfriend and I'd get depressed and walk around. There were 2 kids that used to make up rumors about me. One was trying to sleep with my girlfriend, and one now actually has schizophrenia. Because they did that, that's why my mom does it. Unless you're talking about food from the store, or maybe worst case, I'm thinking you had like pipes or tubes or something. I thought, fuck it, the world's gonna end, and I was going to build my cat a jungle in the apartment to run around in. So what he said to me earlier, the other day, because I was posting about how homeless people are treated wrong, and one guy was like, no, they're not. And I was like, you don't know what the fuck's going on. You're in southern Vermont. You're nowhere near anywhere of the Vermont that people talk about. You're in some ghetto at the bottom. You don't know what the fuck's happening 150 miles away from you. And then this guy, this dork, look, he chimed in and said, this guy's a schizophrenic loser. And he's a thief. You can't have a fucking conversation. Don't expect to have a conversation with this loser. So then I had a conversation with him, and he refused to answer. He said one thing. So I said, I guess I shouldn't have expected to have a real conversation with such a loser. And then she started ha-ha reacting people that were being mean to me on the internet. So I said, I'm disappointed in you. Let's look at all this people that are mean to me on the internet, shall we? Okay. Bueno, cool. So this guy was mean to me for a long time. And I said, if you keep going, I'm going to make you feel bad. I'm going to make you feel real bad about yourself, man. Don't do it. And then I made another post about how people in Vermont are getting really upset with how people are talking on the internet. It's all hatred. People just talking shit. They only talk shit. So he popped up. I told him, don't ever comment again or I'm going to make you feel bad. So I went off about how his family looks inbred and his children look like they're deficient, and he's a stupid fucking mouse person that wasted his life because his brain doesn't have an original mind that's capable of doing anything other than serving me. So I said, based off of everything you said, I can tell your mind doesn't do anything but... I said, original minds don't speak like you. They tell you to keep up the good work at your station. I guarantee you everything in your house and your family was ripped from the mind of someone cooler. I don't give a rat's ass. You have plenty, because I said, I feel because of all the shit you talk, I am allowed to say your whole family to me is ugly and looks inbred. I look at them and feel as though, as a whole, there is more than enough and they have some sort of illness or deficiency. A family of jawless little rat monkeys that don't contribute to the whole without copying and bandwagoning under someone else's lead. Original minds don't speak like you. They tell you to keep up the good work at your station. I guarantee you everything in your house and your family was ripped from the mind of someone cooler. And then I posted an AI picture of a mouse man. And then I posted this mouse monkey. Look at that soulless eyes. Look at the hollow soulless eyes right there. Talking shit on the internet for no reason. I said, these AI pictures of English people have more soul than you do. And if he keeps going, I'm going to say, hey, the root of Aulis is Greek for an empty room. And it's really fitting that God chose to give you that name with such a hollow and blank rat expression. That is a rodent. Thanks. My son wasn't born yet, and I didn't even know she was pregnant. I've lost 3 kids. But I had been the whole time she was pregnant, I was daydreaming about what it would be like to have a kid. And then suddenly I stopped daydreaming about what it would be like to have a kid. Let's see, because girls like Casey. Girls really like Casey. So let's see what bad bitch likes me today. Oh, look. Do you think she's trans? She's offering her neck to bite. This little flower I can pick. But I'm not going to add friend. You know why? Because I haven't brushed my teeth in months. I haven't brushed my teeth in a long time. So what else have people said about me on the internet? God. So these are all the girls that look at my profile. And all the little boys. Because I'm in a lot of different Facebook groups. What's this? Ascended Masters Podcast. That's like a select board member that wants to work. That's if he wasn't friends with someone I have a positive relationship with, I'd tell him off for you guys. Okay. I don't know those people. This is me. I go into groups and I talk shit to people. Oh yeah, so I go this bitch. Whenever she comments, she's a homeless fucking look. She looks like a praying mantis right here. Look at that shit. Why the fuck you smiling, bitch? All she does is complain about being homeless. I think that's some type of devilish thing. So this is just more Matrix stuff, exposing the simulation. I told you guys that this year was Cowboys and Indians, so they're throwing that in my face to see if I'll bite. After the cult has exposed reality as just some Cowboys, Indians, and clowns, all equally trying to find answers to the universe. Yeah, I don't care. I don't want to block her. But just to show, like, you remember, has anyone been following along long enough to understand that the NPCs in my life have the names of themes? So I keep finding Sean's, I take care of Robin's, I live with Robin's, Robin's secretaries help me, and then the Viking names of the sun or the Irish names of the O. So the Shauna Robinson. And that was the, remember I had the dream the other day about the ugly duckling that kept taking my manifestations and it consumed her until she turned into a duck and flew around until she died. And I felt really bad for her. That's the fucking ugly duckling. Let's go deeper, guys. Let's go deeper. Should I say I don't care, ugly? What should I say to this bitch? I don't care, ugly? Because she's a condescending little cunt. Some people like to eat linguine and seaweed. He likes to eat PPP and baninis. Let's see what I said. She said, so there's a guy that records homeless people getting arrested. And usually they didn't really do that much, but it's a small town, so they're really over dramatizing it, and he's making a lot of money from it. This guy right here, and he's kind of a douche. My logo is a green heart, and people put green hearts all over my hometown all the time for me. And he goes in and specifically puts his logo over my logos when there's an entire, that's like, look at this entire thing where you could have logos and graffiti, and he chooses to specifically put it over the R every time. I had a dream about a witch that was ugly and nobody liked her, and every time I tried to create a duck that would be happy and quacking, she would turn it into a wooden duck and destroy it and crush it, and then she would take it for herself, and then eventually it consumed her and she became a stupid duck woman. But she got to fly around because she stole my energy. So let me show you, and that was a week and a half ago. I think it was in this one. Where the fuck did I put it? Oh, I think it was in my group chat. Let me find myself. All right, you ready? I told you this was going to be the best. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'm trying to get my watch hours up. It's 11:33. Look at my title. I'm 11:33. I'm going to confront the governor of Vermont today, I think. And I have to save a Colombian woman from rednecks that probably snuck over illegally or something. See how nobody wants to nobody wants to do that. Because the world's a bunch of hating losers. So we're gonna go to Brattleboro chat and we're gonna find me. Was it this account? No, it's not the. See how 33 comments? Now we're gonna look up my second account because I have 5. Because they keep banning me. So this is those people that there are people that scream and they bitch and they whine about homeless people so much that they rallied enough people together and they were threatening to hurt them. They were threatening to give them counterfeit money so that they would go to jail. They were threatening to shoot them on a back road. They were threatening to trespass them from the entire town and all the stuff that happened to me this year. So I've been going on these group chats and I've been just talking shit to them and telling them exactly what they're doing and why they're doing it. And I'm doing it in a way that's better than they can do because I'm smart. And I also give props to people that are helping clean up the town. But you see how these people are so mad, they're trying to get me out. I have people shitting their pants and screaming at me on the internet just because I say coherent things. Like this was her saying, look at all these fucking needles. We need to start doing something serious about them. Get them out of our fucking town. And I said, we need more junkies until you guys get off Facebook and find a solution that isn't segregation or violence. I'd argue the suffering you're enduring is nowhere close to what they have. My controversial opinion is I hope you're all victimized as they were, because most homeless people have been raped. Most homeless people have been through immense suffering. Most homeless people don't want to do heroin, but their life was so bad before it, and now they're trapped by a drug the CIA made to be impossible to get off of, and you'll never recover. It was made by the government. So I'm trying to tell them, trespassing them will lead to more murders because they will be forced into more dangerous environments. If you kick them out of downtown, they're going to go. They're going to go somewhere more dangerous. She was mad that this guy was hiding outside of a thrift store and shot up a lot of heroin. That's a lot. Not going to lie. So I said trespassing will lead to more murders because they will be forced into more dangerous environments. Whether it's you or them, they're probably in that camera as a form of feeling safe from you, because people will lie, people will shoot them, people will rape them, people will just show up and stab them, people will pepper spray them and walk away, people will tase them, people will shoot them full of dirty drugs and then walk away, people will chloroform them and dump them in a river and watch them drown. Who's going to call a missing persons report on a homeless person? You have no idea what these guys are going through. So I said, that looks like a place to put a needle box and a sign that says, you get one night, and if you're back tomorrow, we will trespass you. And I only think they should say that aggressively because they need that assertive and violent tone, because the culture in your blood is thirsty after civil rights took away your family. Is this a horror movie? Family's favorite pastime of hating other guys. Under that, we say, we know it's hard. Work together to find solutions and advocate for what you need. Not all of us are the enemy. With a big green heart and a piece of candy. Kindness breeds respect. If they are not respecting you, they probably stopped caring because of what happened to them. The same as most of the haha reactors on here. Nobody haha reacted. 67 replies of people saying, you are a hate-filled person and I'm just going to block you. Sounds like a very ignorant statement from a very ignorant person. Defended. This isn't hate. This is the reality that people need to face. Bam. I'm a genius. People would rather complain than advocate or do the work that requires change. Intolerance isn't a two-way street. Your attitude is horrible. Talking so much shit. Saying you're immoral. Because they have to use the big word. I said, what about my immoral statements of just superior morality? I do believe I have endured long enough and persevered suffering to gain skills and perspective of empathy unknown to the average or even the police, as they may witness it but have not experienced it firsthand. If you can bring me a cop who has been unhoused and a victim of prejudice and police abusing power, I'd love to have a public conversation live on Main Street. I noticed you cherry-picked one line, Sarah. Are you just trying to pick me apart? And then she didn't answer me. She said a bunch of drama. And then Cindy, the stupid cunt that was advocating for violence. Please report this. Sorry, asshole. Didn't want to assume their gender. What the fuck? I said, please, they were calling them junkies. I was mad they were calling them junkies, so I said, they changed it to needle users. I said, please bandwagon more, because you can tell they're overreacting to what I said. I didn't say anything that wasn't real. Kindness breeds respect. They're not respecting you. They probably stopped caring because of what happened to them. Until you stop grouping them all together and use your mind for more than complaining. Segregation and violence, which they were doing. She calls me an asshole. I said, please, man, we're going to call them dope niggas like they do in the South. The problem is they're lazy. Old bitches complaining. What's the argument for dumping needles on the street? They're suffering with a drug the CIA made to completely destroy their mind. The townspeople torture them, and they laugh about it on social media. They do horrible things to these people. Oh my God, I love you. Some fat bitch that doesn't even live in the town. She lives hundreds of miles away. Look at this gross fucking pig. Does that woman look conscious to you? Does that woman look like she's useful at all for anything? My day? What does that mean? Your birthday? Who knows how to bleach hair? LOL. Says the Greenfield resident doesn't leave you. Sorry you feel that way. This isn't a competition where the person with the best sob story should get the most, should get sympathy. So not completely moving the point away that these people are hooked on a drug that destroys their mind and they can barely move and function except for the pursuit of that drug while they're being raped and tortured because the government made a drug to do that to them and society failed them. And then she starts being a politician. She's a business owner at a thrift store for the homeless. But she's decided that she now hates them. They're allowed to air out their grievances. That's a constitutional right. More junkies. Do you see the hate at 2222? You could let the junkies. She was telling me, because I put on my fake account that I don't live where I live. So just so much talking shit. I just want to show you. They're calling me, okay, Karen, poor junkies. God forbid it happens to your family. I hope they all overdose. He's talking shit. It looks like they deleted it. So the moderators chose Cindy's side and they deleted me, making Cindy go crazy. Alright. That's what I'm saying. This is what they do. This guy's just standing there and they're all driving by taking pictures of him. Where he goes. And then he goes missing. And no one ever sees him again. And they don't understand that. They don't understand that there are people that are in this group chat that are posting pictures. This guy publicly said he killed him. And then he deleted it. He was bragging about it because this guy, look, he checked a car door handle once. He killed him. He killed him because they publicized it and they laughed at him. They made him out to be the bad guy, and then they all lied to each other and joined together. And this guy makes a lot of fucking money doing that. He records their car. He records their face, their house. He shows up like a scared little weasel. And he records them in their worst moments for the town to laugh at. So I told him he's a scared little cuck weasel. That's my hometown.
Rockville police responded with multiple officers and found the driver unconscious, but they were able to alert him and get him out of his vehicle safely.
He was
arrested,
drunk.
he became volatile and fought with the officers. Several officers restrained him and got him into handcuffs.
Did that look like he was fighting with the officers? Breathalyzer.
Deep breath, Billy. Just nice, steady breath out.
That guy's about 5'5". So Brattleboro is known to be involved in pedophilia, where police officers get plea deals when they get caught raping minors. The last one was a 10-year-old girl that a police officer raped until she was 16 years old. And he got 30 days in jail because he might have information about who these guys are raping. And they do it in a Freemasonic cult. Right on his face. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1,000 pounds. They just dropped 1,000 pounds of force onto his face while he's drunk. I don't remember them saying any. They told him, look over there, and then they yanked him. They didn't say, hey, bro, we're going to have to take you in. You're under arrest. I'm sorry, but you did something wrong. They said, look over there. And then they yanked him because they're hoping that he freaks out like he did here. Because that's an extra charge, resisting arrest. If he spits, that's an extra charge. They wanted to do this while Hank was recording them. Because they're putting on a show for the town to extort money from them and money from him. Do you understand? Now they pretend to be kind and cordial because they've got him. He still did something wrong. But the execution was designed to drive him into further feeling violated so that he would react as any person would, so that they could get him off the street longer. And if Hank moves right to the angle to get the glory shot. This guy has a daughter. He's got a mother. He's got friends, siblings. That's going to be seared into their memory for the rest of their life. So it depends on how you see it. That was pretty brave, right? He just took on 5 cops. They just molested him. The handcuffs were designed by Satanists. If you look at the literature of the people that founded this country, they raped children in dungeons. And they made this all to respect their fake authority. Let's look at what people say. That's nice. He never hit the police. This is my peer. This is somebody that I went to school with. He was nice in school. He was a kind young man. Now, every time Hank posts a video, this guy's talking a lot of shit. This dude. This woman I've gone out with a couple times because she loves Planet Hank. Good Stop Brothers. You're still under arrest for blowing zeros, which means that was an illegal arrest. I just didn't. So they had no idea if he was on drugs or not.
During his search, the officers found a bundle of fentanyl and cocaine in his
The procedure dictates he be informed why he's being arrested. So this is why I'm asking for donations to get a computer, so that I can put together every single unlawful arrest. I could sit here. I could sit here and study law. If I got like even just a $200 computer right here, I could study the law, figure out that was an unlawful arrest of a cult doing a rape ritual for a small town to laugh at. And then after he went to jail and he got out, because the judge is at least kinder than these guys, they let him out. He was beaten down the street. So somebody that, look how many views.
On December 27th at approximately 14.
How many views do you think this got? 8,000 views. And it's all Brattleboro. It's my hometown with 40,000 people. That's the only good cop that I've met in Brattleboro.
It was found that the male was driving under the influence of narcotics. The male was taken out.
Do you see how he knows what he's done? Do you see how he's tethered to a satanic cult that just put 1,000 pounds of force on him?
Resisted arrest prior to that. The male was transported to the Brattleboro Police Department, where it was later found that he was still in possession of cocaine. The male was held in lieu of bail and charged with DUI drugs, resisting arrest, possession of cocaine and fentanyl, and transporting drugs into a lockup facility.
They sent the only nice officer to talk to Hank about the wrong they just did.
You're guilty of a crime, and the investigation is ongoing. I'm Hank with Brattleboro News and PlanetHank.com, sponsored by Brattleboro Ford.
He's so happy. This is him trying to run for government.
Breaking news.
So he can put legislature for the people to use with loopholes that violate constitutional rights. So that if they see somebody they don't like, they can lie to the police, and the police will do exactly what they just did, baiting somebody into committing a crime so that they can hurt them, traumatize them for the rest of their life in front of their peers, causing them to feel unsafe in their community when they already have an addiction that they're using to heal their trauma, then letting them back out, expecting them to just get their life in order. They don't want their life in order. They want him in jail because of the insurance money that's going to come in. So what I'm advocating, you saw all the people talking shit to me. Nobody has said anything supportive about me. I suggested, hey, before that guy commits a crime, walk up to him and say, hey, when you're ready to get help, here's a card for a free Tesla ride where someone will come pick you up and take you to a ranch 150 miles north. We'll take you right out of this. You'll go there for free. There will be horses and animals. You can be there as long as you need, and you can get out of this. But they say, we're not entitled to help these junkies. The oldest mental health facility in the country is in that town. It's from the movie Sucker Punch, the Brattleboro Retreat. I spent 2 years in there in residential because my mom was deemed unfit as a parent. It's a horrible place where we had sleep paralysis every night, where demons would come into the room and we'd all be half awake, crying and screaming as they sucked our life force energy out. And then we'd wake up zombies, and then they'd give us medication. But because of that retreat, people from that town, Springfield, Massachusetts is an hour south, Albany, New York is an hour west, Manchester, New Hampshire is 2 hours east, Montreal is 3 hours north. So it's the hottest spot in New England. So this small little town does have a lot of crime and does have a lot of problems. But we have the privilege of solving an issue the entire world is facing by being a tiny little control group We're dealing with exactly what's going on across the world in a small setting. That's a perfect example of the scientific method, where we can work together to find a solution for that. And the only reason I haven't helped is because look at what's happened to me this year. I was a victim of, in the past 3 years, I've been a victim of police brutality 3 times. I've been a victim of prejudice and lying to the police where I still got in trouble and still got charged for a crime 4 times. I've been to county 7 times, and the worst crime I committed was walking at a state college and then going back to a state college during a hurricane where that was the only place that was safe. And then bumping into somebody in the hallway. I bumped into somebody in the hallway. He wouldn't move, I wouldn't move. We both bumped. I got charged with assault. I missed court because a cop broke into my house. A sick police officer, a couple days before court, broke into my house and coughed in my face for a mental health check. Then I got sick and missed court. And then I went to the courthouse, and this guy grabbed his gun and stared me down until I submit like a dog, because he was mad at how I look. What the fuck is going on there? Clipped. So I'm looking for video editors. I'm down to pay you if I like the product. That's what I'm up against. And we have how many days? We have 3 days until these hate-filled old losers are going to get together to jerk themselves off about who they're going to vote for and how they're going to collectively defund the people until the homeless people are completely eradicated. Which you think that would be nice, right? We don't want any homeless people. But this town is famous for being the most inclusive to indigenous nomads, the most creative town, but it's been taken over by a bunch of MAGA role-playing, obese losers. And I've watched them get converted from who used to be the favorite place on earth, my favorite place in the world, has devolved to barely cohesive sentences about hurting strangers they don't know and doing horrible things to people they have no idea what they're going through. And I've just spent 5 years figuring out what they've been going through. And I swear to God, they need to kill them. Not the homeless people need to get the town gone. Vermont needs to go. I'm tired of white privilege. I'm tired of the sick world that was built on a rigged game. Coincidentally, I'm in the poorest part of the area, which has the nicest people. I don't feel like I'm threatened here all the time like I am everywhere else. Everybody walks by and they're smiling and happy. I'm bringing positive energy, which is making them feel better. The girls aren't that bad. They're not great. They're a lot better in the rich places. No, but soon. Because I didn't come this far, and I haven't survived what I've survived to not believe that I'm here for a purpose. We're all just neighbors. So, how many people did I ask to like and nobody liked? Isn't that crazy? It's pretty obvious I could lead an army to war and win against anybody. Maybe not an AI, but I think that God would provide me the right people. I could 100% manage if there was 40 people in here and I vetted them and personally brought them in. I'd be governor in a month. Look at me. I'm the King Cobra. I'm the Bearcat. I'm an ancient Egyptian, Irish, indigenous war chief. It takes people a lot of effort to get to the mind space that I naturally embody. Not to gas myself up, but if not me, who? And then I look at my competition and it's that guy. And I don't want to do this. I want to be an artist. I wanted to write TV shows. But I can see what they're trying to do. And the only way to win is to sit it out. They're going to try to rope them out. They need to sit down. Or else narcissistic white pride is going to win. MAGA brain. Yeah. So who's with me? Who wants to do this? Like the video if you're in. I want to be a millionaire. So what I figured out years ago that nobody's gonna help. They're gonna pretend to help when it suits them best. You know what I'm saying? How you doing? I'm good. But I mean, if I put my cash out, I can do my phone now. We can chill. I don't have to leave. We have 55 minutes until I have to get back on the bus. No, it's not, dude. There was a girl watching me that works here earlier, and I pretended to go into the play place. And she jumped like, oh shit, I have to do something. What's up, Jacqueline? How's Brazil? What's it like in Brazil? Jacqueline likes me. She always puts heart eyes. There's the bus, but it comes back in an hour. So let's look for symbolism. How long have I been muted? Why didn't anyone tell me? I said if Neon was here, I would football tackle him to the ground, rip his ribcage open, grab his heart, take a bite, look up to the heavens and say, is this your God? And then I said if we get to 10, how long was I muted? I said if we get to 10 likes. I was asking people how long, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 45 minutes? How long have I been muted, man? Why didn't anybody tell me? Jacqueline, you're the only one I have here. Okay, so we're gonna go to an hour for this, then we're gonna drop that because we need to find an editor that can put it together better. Until I can get a computer. Because I can pump out content. Fuck you and your mother. I can pump out content for 24 hours a day. But without an editor, it's useless. Without a consistent mod, and Black Rose has been gone for a while, so I don't know where my mod went.
Well, let's not waste any time. I see you got your guitar. Let's do a song.
I don't have my guitar. And I didn't have it. Okay.
Anything you want to say?
Here's a trophy. Bye. If you want me to shut up, just let me know. I'm just on the group chat.
This song don't make no sense.
This song don't make no sense.
I don't even know what to say.
Have you been drinking? I'm going to bait you into a crime so I can give you double the sentence. And I'm going to make you pay me. Hoping that you never figure out that you can call legal aid. You got nutmeg? You have nutmeg? Welcome to the planet Mars. On a windy winter night. But they changed the planet's name. Dipsy, Dipsy. Well, alright. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Dipsy, Dipsy, here we go. I was supposed to call legal aid today, but they're not open today.
You call this a song? Well, I don't think so. What? Just get out.
Opening Facebook makes me angry.
Where's Missy back?
I don't want to. Okay. It's the most consistent views I've had in a while. Look at this. Pull up dip bar 75. That is 5 hours worth of work. $1,500. Works perfectly. $1,500. That's 2 weeks of full-time work with 2 jobs. I've been applying to jobs in Morristown for 4 months and nobody hired me. They wanted to run me out of town by starving me and then traumatizing me. They lied to the police. They lied to anyone they could to get me going. Plus an extra $500. You see these tires? That means for as long as I kept like $150 worth of gas, I can go into the mountains for a year and you'd never find me. You know what I'm saying?
Here come the Martian, Martian. Now we have the Martian, they're riding on their Martian bike. We have to find out right now what kind of flavor the Martians like. Here come the Martian, Martians, and they're riding on their Martian bike. Well, we have to find out right now what kind of ice cream do the Martians like.
Can I ask you a question? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Where it says there's a bus at 12:55. I've seen like 3 buses go on the other side of the parking lot, but it says that there's a stop here, like that one right there. I'm just trying to go downtown from here. You know, like the
Going to Barry,
No, Montpelier.
Montpelier.
It's Martian, Martian time.
I don't know. The bus though on the other side of Barry, like around quarter after to 25 after. So
Okay, so if I go to the other side at quarter after. Okay.
so we're going into Barry and coming back. So
Well, so that bus is gonna come back and stop at that one.
yeah, it'd be like I would be out there about like quarter up, 10 up.
Okay. All right.
That I mean, don't hold it against me. It comes before that.
Shit.
I don't really take the bus home.
I wouldn't if I didn't have to. I said if I didn't have to, I wouldn't either.
Yeah. I get to walk.
That's nice.
So,
Have you been in? This is Barry.
huh?
This is Barry. Or this is Berlin.
No, it's walking out up here. Welcome center.
The Welcome Center.
Yeah, so,
Yeah. Is it How do you like it? Does the staff take care of people?
yeah, that's pretty good there.
Okay.
Almost.
I mean, I've been homeless since I was 14, so I've been through it all. Yeah. I mean, I'm a certified audio engineer. I used to be in the music industry. Right now, my car broke down. I've been backpacking for a year.
Where are you from?
I'm from Brat. Well, my dad was a ski instructor in Wilmington, but my mom lived in Brattleboro. Have you heard of Planet Hank yet? A guy named Planet Hank? Okay, there's a YouTuber that's coming out of Brattleboro that's recording the homeless. So we're seeing a lot of the police like baiting them into getting violent so that they can. Like I just watched 7 Cops. There was a guy that was 5'5", so short, really skinny. He was definitely on something in his car in a parking lot, but instead of just saying, "Hey, we know you're under the influence. We're gonna arrest you. There's something else you're in trouble for," they said, "Hey, look over there," and then they grabbed his arm and then yanked it like this. So because he went, "Whoa," he's resisting. So then 7 of them tackled him and picked him up, and they all just body slammed him right on the video. I can show you if you want, just for proof. But that's whole, yeah. And they're doing that pretty much every night now. And he's getting a lot of money. He's trying to run for select board.
2 years ago, there was like a lot of bad shit going on, but
Yeah.
there was a shooting, a young kid died.
Yeah. No, I went to school with a kid.
Drugs.
Yeah.
I'm a recovering addict, so I haven't been in recovery for almost 2 years. So I can see both sides, you know?
Yeah. No, I get it. I've had to fight people. If you don't get help, you're going to continue. Would you rather? Yeah. They have no reason to disrespect the public. They have no reason to be excessive with it. The guy's already doing something wrong. Yeah, he didn't warrant it. They never do. Yeah, I can grab it in a sec. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Would you rather, like, so, you know, I've sat on the ground a lot too. I've just, you know, you get tired. You don't really know where to go if you're in a new town. You don't really have anywhere. Like, you can just go sit out in the woods. So you just find a place. Yeah. No, I mean, I got you. I mean, just.
You can get a shower, you know,
Okay.
all that.
I got you. I just meant, you know, what they're doing now is they'll like make up that the person was belligerent, so the cops show up. They'll fake mental health calls, so that you could be completely fine, just like I'm sitting, and then somebody that doesn't like me sees me through the window and says I was acting mental. So the police show up with a mental health worker, and from what I've seen, I didn't get it on video without the body cam footage, but the people that are working at the mental health outreach, at least in Morristown where it happened, they threatened to haul me away in an ambulance if I didn't tell them what day of the week it was. And all I was doing was laying down in a tent. You know, they just wanted to get me out of the town because they didn't like me. And that like targeting of people that already need help, like, would you rather someone do that, or would you rather they come up and say like, hey, are you okay? Yeah. I don't know why they don't. Like, instead they get secretive and they don't talk to anybody, and then all of a sudden we have no idea, and then the cops and tons of people are like an angry mob sort of is after us. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. They're saying that other people that were belligerent assholes ruined it. So the town, they've had too many bad instances of homeless people that they don't want to be friendly anymore. They don't care. Yeah, I saved up and got one of those little wagons from Tractor Supply, and I have a heater. So up in Morristown, there's an outlet that I can use at night. So I have that. I don't really want to be in a homeless shelter, but I know I need a job at some point. I've been looking for one. That's what I'm saying. So I might. Either way, I definitely have to go back up. So I might go back up and come down. Is there room? Oh shit. I thought it was full. What up, man? Yeah.
Because it sticks you in the high priority. You know?
Yeah, I mean, if you live outside and there's violence outside, it's domestic violence. It's in your house.
I wouldn't go into detail. I would
Okay.
just say, look, you know, my stepfather, my stepmother, whatever.
Okay.
I had no choice but to leave. I felt my life was in danger.
Yep.
And they'll get you into a hotel room right away. Actually, you can call right now.
Okay.
And they'll have you call Circle.
I have to take the bus back up to Morristown, or I'm going to lose my stuff. So I have to at least get everything together first.
Yeah. Oh, you know?
Okay. What up, man? I just got my second phone. What is this? I had the most views I've ever had today. I'm looking for an editor, and I'm gonna, if I have an income source, I will pay them. That's the only way to make progress with the things I'm trying to do, is to either get a computer and start editing myself. 2025 has been crazy, bro. been wild. What happened? I can barely remember. It's been a blur. What's today, the 7th? It's been a week of things that picked up a lot. But I feel like this doesn't affect me as much as it did. Yeah. I'm just grabbing my stuff. How's yours been? How funny. Hi guys. Hi. You shaking bad. I'm shaking bad. I can't even show you. You look still because we're all shaking. Okay, we're gonna go sit out there. What's my charge at? 25. This is charge at 26. There's a Colombian immigrant that couldn't figure out how to get on a Greyhound to New York. Do I have all messages on? No, I don't. Did anybody tell me I was muted? No, just Jacqueline. Jacqueline wants to talk to me about something. What do you think she wants to talk to me about? So I can't call Legal Aid until tomorrow. You know what though? So this place is in a bad area. But there's a gym right here. It's a 24-hour gym. And there's McDonald's right here. But it means that there's more people around the area. And those people all commit crime. They're criminals. Poop, 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 poop. Do I have everything? Okay. Take care. She wanted me to get in the homeless shelter.